What up? This is High Definition Podcast. This is Maurice.
It's Torez.
And we are back for another episode. And yeah, what it do, brother?
Chilling, man. Chilling, dog. I ain't did much of nothing all day. Kept little man at the house. Keep home tomorrow. And then go visit my mom. Yeah. And then weekend was good. Work. I was off Sunday. Which was Father's Day, but we'll get into that.
Yeah.
Other than that, though, man, just countdown mode. Like I said last time, countdown mode. Countdown mode.
Final month.
Yeah, final month. Thursday should be 36 weeks.
Cameron did bake a little bit longer.
Yeah, he chilling. She's already dilated a centimeter and a half. So, and she went today. I didn't get to ask her, if there was anything on that. Just totally slipped my mind because I was playing MLB The Show on the Xbox. So. I'll ask her when I get home.
First of all, I'm gonna need you to come on over to PlayStation Land.
Well, since the Xbox got the show now, I don't got no need for it.
I think you one of the few people
got no need for it
who are Xbox. Most people I know it's PlayStation.
Now, I mean, the 5 is really tempting.
I'm just not paying that right now.
Yeah, I'm not paying that 5 right now. I mean, it looks good. I follow we're in a sneaker community on Twitter. I mean, even some of the sneaker accounts post when they're getting ready to drop PlayStations. I be going here I see like sneaker Twitter come up. Walmart, PlayStation 5. I'm like,
yep.
It's like that.
PlayStation about like Apple, bro. That's the way to go.
That's facts. So, well, I mean, yeah.
Yeah. See, you already.
You
already admitted to it.
See that? Nah, but I like the PlayStation. I mean, the Spider-Man game is they got the Miles Morales one coming out. That looks really, really tempting. That's a PlayStation exclusive.
Yep.
So, I mean, until they can give, I got the show now. I'm good, but Xbox got to give me another Halo game that was like Halo 3.
I never got into Halo.
Let me tell you, man. Anyway, we don't run on a tangent here because I go all day about this. But man, how was your weekend, bro?
Went to Saturday. Went with Jamie and the band to where was we at? Lancaster.
Mm-hmm. Lancaster.
Yeah, in the words of Jared, little LA.
Lancaster.
Shout out to Jared. And yesterday, Father's Day,
yeah,
chill mode. My wife
yeah.
literally had to fuss at me. She like, go sit down. I was trying to just fix something to drink. She like, no, go sit down. Wow. Cause I'm always I'm always up doing something.
I'm saying.
So she like, go sit down. I was like, babe, I'm just fixing me something to drink. She said, what do you want?
That's what's up.
Other than that, man. Just chill. Of course, went to church.
Yeah.
Apostle Pleasant, he came from Ohio.
I went to church, by the way.
Yeah.
I did go to church. I didn't ditch church.
You know what I'm saying?
I didn't ditch church that day. I went. Had a great time. Message was great. Of course, I was in the back on my laptop because I was still working. Even though I was off. But
gotta love it.
Yeah, gotta love it. It's good to be portable.
Yeah. But speaking of work,
yeah.
Of course, I can't say too much, but when I tell you, so I drive every 2 to 3 years. We have to go through audits and stuff.
Yep.
So it's audit time. When I tell you, it's been the stuff we gotta do. It ain't hard. Mm-hmm. We just going through that mental.
Yes.
It's the mental stress it puts on you.
Yes.
I'm ready for everything to be over. But other than that, though,
yeah, we have our audit at the end of the year.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I'll be glad when it's over.
Yeah. So. I completely understand.
Yeah.
But
what we got on the docket today, bro?
Well, man, I mean, since it was, Juneteenth just passed. That was,
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your phone call about this.
Was wild.
I want to get Torez in trouble at work. So we're not.
No, we're gonna go. But there was actually a sim. there was symbolism to what they served at work. So, of course, if you don't know the history, after the Juneteenth was the celebration of the last enslaved.
Out of Galveston, Texas.
In Galveston, Texas. 2.5 years after the Emancipation Proclamation, where the word finally got, Union soldiers made their way to Texas. The last enslaved individuals were set free. So when they celebrated, they basically celebrated with things that were red. And the symbolism behind the red was those that they have lost either on the passage here or during the duration of slavery. So it was kind of like communion in a sense.
Gotcha.
In a sense. So like, so that, there was a soda called Big Red down in Texas around that time. They had carbonated drinks then. So they celebrated by drinking that, which enslaved folks couldn't drink sodas. Everybody grilled, big celebration, all that, just like it was like the 4th of July, So, but once I found that out, I kind of felt bad that I was kind of PO'd.
Yeah.
Because I was like, there was somebody actually did put some thought into this.
You gave me a good laugh when you FaceTime me.
I was hot. I was like, first off, I wanted the day off, didn't get it, but made the most of the day, man.
Oh, yeah.
I enjoyed it. We had the DJ was bumping outside. It was lit. But yeah, had a good time. But we're talking about Father's Day today. We're gonna talk about just fatherhood in general. I know we talked about parenting, but we didn't really talk about fatherhood per se.
Nah, we didn't.
It's just experiences, because your experience is different than my experience. Because I'm only 2 years in, about to be 3 years in, and I got another one on the way. So it's like, okay, 2 different perspectives.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, I guess your standpoint, just because you have basically almost teenagers.
Yeah, daughter getting ready to turn 12.
So
when this video comes out, she will be 12.
She'll be 12. So I mean,
Jesus
you have
Christ.
preteens and
My son, he'll be 14 this year.
Yeah, so he's a teenager already. So you have a preteen and a teenager. So your vantage point of fatherhood is different. So just by the sound in your voice,
because
it's like,
and just to provide context for the people, my kids are biologically not mine, but I've been in their life since me and my wife started dating. So our daughter was 9 months when we started dating. My son was 2.
Gotcha.
So I've pretty much been around since then. Those are mine.
Yes.
I don't care what nobody said. Those are my kids.
Facts. And I tell fatherhood doesn't necessarily have to be bloodbound at all.
And I don't like. We talked about it when we did our parenting episode.
We did,
but like, I don't force them. They don't call me dad, and like that. They do that on their own.
Yeah.
For the most part, they call me by my name, and I don't get mad at them about that. That's just the relationship we have. Sometimes they do call me dad.
Yeah.
Sometimes they be like, Father, what's going on?
That's when they want something.
Yeah. So, but I mean, at the root of it, we know we've helped us. We've established that relationship. I've been around. They see how I treat their mom. And basically, me and her, we tag team. I instill in them what I was taught by my dad and my mom.
Yeah.
And that's just,
I mean, that's it. You carry those lessons into your own avenue through parenting. Fond memories, man. Of Father's Day growing up. I know if you won't talk about it. The one question that that kind of like popped on, like not popped in my head. I was actually thinking of was your father's been gone for
4 years this year.
4 years this year, and I was sitting there, I was like, man, like what goes through Maurice's head every year, because I know you get it. It's the date he passed, Father's Day, holidays.
Mm-hmm.
Those can be very tough on a person.
And you, from a human perspective, yes. I mean, because there's not a day that go by that I don't think about my dad.
Right.
But I don't know. Maybe I'm just built different. Maybe it's because of the relationship I have with the Lord. I don't feel that sting no more.
Yeah, I mean, I completely understand that.
You know what I'm saying?
Because
I know where he's at.
there you go.
You know what I'm saying?
There you go. So, yeah, like
there has been days where I've shed a few tears, but I honestly I can't tell you the last time I did. But like I think about him every day.
Yeah.
The lessons he like me when you talking earlier, because my wife had a flat tire. I was just kind of thinking back like on times I was out there changing the tire. I should have had my son out there.
Mm-hmm.
I think about times Dad's out there working on the car. He said, "Boy, come here, let me show you something." You know what I'm saying? It started bringing back those memories today. Like all the time, Dad he had me out there helping change the tire, or taught me how to change the oil, just do a little small stuff. And now I'm like, okay, now I need to be teaching my son that, because he right around the age I was when Daddy started teaching me that stuff. So I'm like, I need to start getting him. So right now it's just the memories, it's the lessons, and I learned a lot just by watching him, because he was always the first person up in the house. He'd get up, take a shower, go ahead and put his clothes on for work, and then he go straight to his devotional, Bible, straight to his knees to pray. I mean, I saw him do that every morning, and he had a routine. So, like, I learned a lot just by watching him. So, and the things I saw him do, now I find myself doing, because I saw it all my life growing up. So, for me, it's more so just the memories. But like overall, I don't feel that sting of him not being here, and that's just my testimony. I mean, there are people who they've lost their dad, and like they feel like it's like a hole.
Yeah,
they got that hole in their heart. Like sometimes they don't know what to do. They're still dealing with their grief. But for me, I mean, I thank God too for my support system. You know, my wife, my pastor, my friends, my church fam. I mean that has been a major support for me. But like even yesterday, my wife, she asked me, she like, "Now how are you doing it?" I said, "Baby, I'm good."
Helpmates.
Yeah, like she's like, "I'm just." You know, I say, yeah, I know, but I'm good, man.
What's up?
Now that first year, oof.
I can imagine. I can imagine, man. I can imagine.
So I mean, yeah. I mean, some people would think it's hard, but for me, this is just for Maurice. I just haven't.
Yeah, I mean, your testimony is not somebody else's.
Yeah, I mean, I get too, because me and Daddy, we had a good relationship too.
Yeah.
So. Of course, that first year after he transitioned, that was hard. But ever since then, we here.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. I mean, like, so I'm guessing, I want to say, what is your fondest memory of a Father's Day with your dad?
Usually Father's Day and birthdays, because our birthdays in the same month.
Yeah.
So Father's Day, we always grill steaks.
Mm-hmm.
And then birthday, Mama always cooked us a big dinner.
Bet.
So that's always been like the 2 main days out the year. Father's Day, we always grill us a steak. And Mother's Day, I mean not Mother's Day, but birthdays, because our birthday is like 12 days apart. So like in between the middle, like that Sunday, Mama cooked like a big dinner. So that's always something we do. And then of course, so summertime, basketball.
Yeah.
Playoffs, grill a steak.
Yeah.
Sit there and watch the game.
Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah.
That was. How about which part would you say is your fondest memory? Because your dynamic of fatherhood, because you talked about this before too.
Yeah.
With your biological dad and your stepdad. So how has that been for you over the years?
Well, I have never spent a Father's Day with my biological father. Never. And I get so immersed in the day. I meant to text him yesterday and I did not. But I did hung out with family, went over to my uncle's house, and then I went by my parents' house. When I got back, I took my dad his gift. he texted me right before we started recording about how much he needed that gift. I bought him some hedge clippers, battery operated, and it was a cheap gift. It was a cheap gift, man.
Yeah.
I bought a thing at Lidl. Like I was in there just going to buy milk for Carter, and I saw that. I was like, ooh. So the first day I went in there, I saw it. I didn't grab it, but I went back. I was like, let me get this real quick. So I got it, that and the battery. I forgot to get the charger. But I know for me, fondest memories of Father's Day was we would always go. Well, it's the dynamic is weird. So there would be sometimes where we would go up to his dad's house, and so of course when you have a split family, not split family, but you have two sides of the family.
Yep.
You want to try to interact with it.
Yep. Accommodate both.
So it's very difficult. So like, what we would do is sometimes we would go up to my stepdad's house, up his parents' house, spend time with him and his dad and his mom. So my grandparents. So we would go up there and just we'd cook out, playoffs.
Yep.
And just just chill. Everybody be up there just chilling, having a good time, just making memories, man. And I'm gonna say like one of the fondest memories of us of me and him together would probably be, I'm gonna say yesterday. I'm gonna say actual Father's Day. Was this one I could think of, but but I got him that gift and I saw him light up. Like he's like, oh man, like I really needed that, like And as I get older, and as they get older, you start to appreciate the time that you spend with your parents more and more.
Yep. That's so true.
And because I remember when I first got married or whatever, I went over my parents' house one day, and my dad was sitting in the bed reading, and he had glasses on, and I was sitting there, and I was like, wow. My parents are getting old, man.
Yeah.
Or getting older.
Yep.
And it like hit me. I was like, wow. Like it was just seeing him reading glasses on that did it for me. And it's like, man, just making sure that one, don't hold, this goes to anybody, just whatever alt you have with your parents, if you've never had a good experience, or you have your ups and downs. I call that, I attribute that to life. You have ups and downs.
Yep.
It's one, don't hold grudges.
That's with anybody.
That's with anybody,
but
especially your parents. Because like you said,
the old saying, you ain't got but one moment and one day.
Facts. I mean, and try to squash that stuff.
Yeah.
Like, both parties should be making a effort too, but at least clear your conscience.
You got to.
Even if they don't want to clear theirs, you clear yours. Forgiveness is for them and ain't for you.
Say that again.
Forgiveness is for them, it's not for you. I mean, I think I said that wrong.
Yeah.
Forgiveness is for you. Forgiveness. I got so deep into that thought. Well, it's for both y'all, but
it is.
But the forgiveness is for you, not for them. But it works both ways. But the word is forgive. You go forth and you give.
Yep.
So
I've always liked how you explain
that. Yeah. So, but it's just make it, like I said, making sure your conscience is clear. Like I said, I always thought about my biological father. Hitting him up before the wedding was like, hey, we're gonna squash all this stuff. I called him a couple days ago, was telling him the camera was gonna be here around the 15th of July. He was like, oh snap. I called my uncle who lives in Tennessee. And I let him know because I forgot to tell him. I forgot to tell him. I'm telling you, man, my family's so spread out, man. I called him and told him. He's like, wait, what? I was like, yeah, I got another little crumb snatcher on the way. And he was so happy, man. He was just telling me, proud of you, nephew. He said you gonna be all right. Just I love those affirmations, man. Especially come from the men in your family. Those go a long way.
Oh yeah,
those go a long way. And I know you get affirmations from your mothers and your wives stuff, but like, man, to get that from your dad,
I think even
it hits different.
Yeah, I think even in the Bible though, there's more responsibility placed on the father, to be involved,
yes,
to really have their hands on the child.
Yes,
which kind of goes into something I kind of want to delve into. What's your take on not just our own personal experience, but fatherhood in society? Because there was a status I posted yesterday. I shared it from Dr. excuse me, Dr. Kynan Bridges.
Yeah.
And it was just a powerful post. I'm going to read it for those who don't follow me. It said, fatherlessness is the root cause behind nearly every ill in society today. Fathers are the key to restoring the family. And he said, fathers, take your place. Happy Father's Day.
All right.
And I just find that to be so true.
That is true.
Especially when you look at some of the statistics. And I did just a quick Google search, and like several things popped up. This is just to help some of y'all just see from the U.S. Census Bureau. This is from 2020. There's a crisis in America, according to the U.S. Census Bureau. 18.3 million children, that's 1 in 4, live without a biological, a step, or an adoptive father in the home. Consequently, there is a father factor in nearly all of the societal ills facing America today. Research shows that when a child is raised in a father-absent home, he or she is affected in the following ways. They are at 4 times greater risk of poverty.
That's true.
They are more likely to have behavioral problems.
That's true.
They are 2 times greater risk of infant mortality. They are more likely to go to prison.
Yep.
More likely to commit crime. 7 times more likely to become pregnant as a teen. This is from a father-absent home.
Yeah.
They are more likely to face abuse or neglect. They are more likely to abuse drugs and alcohol. 2 times more likely to suffer obesity.
Yeah.
They're 2 times more likely to drop out of high school.
So if you think about it, I mean, you can even think about the slavery, how they would separate the male, the husband, from the family.
Yep.
They would sell him off, send him somewhere else, or they would emasculate him.
That's like, yep. That's how I was getting ready to go. Can you imagine that being?
Yes.
Like,
I mean, no movie can really touch on that.
And
that's paint it.
That's probably why my wife, she's like, why you don't ever want to watch like slave type movies? I'm like, I don't want to see us. Yeah. Well, for one, I always felt like, a lot of movies they used to really put black people out there and have us really get notoriety, some notoriety.
Yeah.
A lot of them be like, we playing like slave
roles.
And I'm like, I don't want to see us like that.
Yeah, I question that sometimes, but I think it's a necessity to have those movies.
Yeah.
Because one, you don't really talk about. I'm gonna say, when was the last time we talked about slavery in school? It always comes up when you talk about the Civil War, of course.
Of course. But my mom and dad used to talk to me a lot about it.
Most of the time, it needs to come from don't expect the government to teach y'all this stuff.
Well, now they are, but it's coming from a way of trying to say the white people are the main evils of the world and all this. I can't buy into that. Sorry if you agree with it. I just don't agree with that.
I can't buy into that. But
all white people are not bad, y'all.
Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. But
that's another conversation.
Yeah, it is. We'll have that. But I mean, just
No, we ought to do some research on critical race theory.
Oh, I'm gonna get a book. I'm gonna get the book.
I think we should do it and maybe bring someone in that works in education.
Ooh.
And have a discussion about
I know teachers.
I think we should.
I know a ton of teachers.
Okay, I'm sorry. We thinking out loud and we about to post it. I might edit that part out.
No. Leave that in there. Leave that in there. Because, hey.
We should definitely do that.
These are conversations. Yeah. Talk about that.
Yeah.
But what was I saying?
Slavery,
yes. So I mean, you think about that. I mean, even with you, in order to keep a, I mean, when you remove the male, who's the son gonna learn from?
Right.
Who's he gonna learn to be like masculine? Who's I mean, masculinity. Who's he gonna to take care of the household? Like we're supposed to be providers. Men are supposed to be providers. Now, yeah, women can provide as well.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if we think about the biblical context, it's God,
yep,
husband. Well, God, Jesus, husband, wife, children. Now, when people see that model, they're like, "Oh, the husband is over the wife." No. The word helpmate. That's somebody who stands beside you and helps make decisions.
Mm-hmm.
It says that wives are to submit to their husbands just as the husband submits to the Lord. All right? There's no domineering whatsoever. Any decision that goes on in the household should always be a collective.
Yeah.
Should always be a collective. Now, if y'all come to a disagreement, then
you gotta work it out.
Work it out.
I mean, like I said, when we did our interview with you, me and T did it.
Mm-hmm.
We both submit to each other.
Correct.
She submits to my leadership, but I submit to her input.
There it is.
So I don't make major decisions without her input. Have I probably made some wrong decisions? Oh, definitely. But I always consulted her, and then based on that conversation, if I felt like it was the right way for us to go as the leader of our family, I took it. But looking back, I probably have made some mistakes.
We all do.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the human element to. That's the human element to even with everything. We mess up, we fess up.
Yep.
we try to way to right the wrong and keep it moving.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like I mean, fatherhood. Somebody texted me something yesterday. It was like, hey, Father's Day isn't as celebrated as Mother's Day. And I thought about it. I was like, well, why is that? Given the statistics that you just shown, I understand why. So men need to be standing in that gap for our families.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's mandated. I mean, we have to. One, it's something that we should want. It shouldn't feel like we're obligated to. It should be something that we are in love with doing. As I wake up every morning and not every morning, but when I wake up and my son, hey daddy, or something like that, when I get home from work, there's rewards. There's rewards to being a father, man.
Mm-hmm.
And they're wonderful. Just the knowing that you have a input on cultivating the life of a child, the trajectory of that child's future.
Yep.
That's reward. That's a reward, man. Like I have the ability to set you on a path to success.
Mm-hmm. Now
you have to want to make the conscious decisions of yourself to make right decisions.
Right.
But like the Bible says, you train up your child in a certain way that when they get older, they won't depart from it.
Yep. Train them in the way they should go.
So I think that's like we as fathers, we as men, when we sire children, it shouldn't be that we're just out here just having children and not being active.
It doesn't make you a man.
Facts.
Just because
you can have children.
Can I be candid?
Be candid.
Just because you go up in there and you bust that nut,
that don't make you a man. A man stays. A man nurtures. A man cultivates with the woman.
Making a baby doesn't make you the man. Staying, impacting that child's life in a positive way.
Positive way.
Okay.
Positive way.
And then I think too, we should highlight and be tactful in this.
Mm-hmm.
After I just said that comment, now I want to be tactful. With anything, yes, we should, point out the negative of, where we've gone wrong. But also, as a society as a whole, we also need to start encouraging and finding solutions to these problems, especially when it comes to fatherlessness. And really, it's been a cycle. Because if we go back, I'm just now starting to get into it. But I think when they started implementing the welfare, into the society, I want to say it was President Lyndon Johnson.
Lyndon B. Johnson.
Yeah, when he implemented, I think it's called the Great Society. That it was a part of that. That's when all the welfare and stuff came in. They gave single mothers all this assistance,
right?
But the man couldn't be in the home.
Facts. So I mean, it's like an incentive, for men not to be there. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, there's so many statistics out there that show when a father is not in the home. You just kind of just heard what I just read, but when a father is in the home, it makes
your poverty rating, like for African Americans, for Black folks, poverty in a 2-parent home is in the single digits. 8%. It's like, what is the poverty rate? I want to say it's like between 6 and 8%.
We'll try to find the stats and post.
I remember saying that on like one of our first couple episodes.
You did. But I don't even think we talking about. I think we might have been talking about. We might have been talking about racism. Or
I think we were. I think we were. And I had brought that stat up. I can't remember what it was, but I mean, there's a financial benefit.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But it seems like there's also, I understand like people like single mothers need the assistance. But I think that there should be. We're not
knocking anybody getting assistance.
No.
Do what you got to do.
Heck no. If you need it, you need it. But
I
always say there should be a wanting to stay.
Right.
Stay on that assistance. Maybe the government could do a better job at maybe creating some type of plans
to get them off.
Yeah. Like, hey, let's come up with a plan. A financial plan, so that you could be self-sufficient.
That's like with my job. So we do veteran assistance, trying to end veteran homelessness. Our main thing is, we try to help you find a place, but we're also trying to help you to be self-sufficient, where you don't need we do the intake and everything like that. We'll help you with deposits, things of that nature. But even if you was to get behind on something, we'll see what we can do.
Yeah.
And we may be able to help you out, but our main goal is to get you to a point where you are self-sufficient, where you don't need anybody's help.
Facts.
So it should be the same thing with those that are single. It's kind of the old, what's the old saying? It ain't in the Bible, y'all. The Bible say, "Come as you are." The Bible don't say that. So you may have to go to the government, for your assistance, but don't stay with them.
Right. It should be a leg up, not a crutch.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
right now they're giving handouts and not giving hand ups.
No.
Yeah. Which that could go to a whole nother conversation.
Yeah. we're gonna we'll have that conversation later. But I mean, so fatherhood, I'm thoroughly enjoying it. It can be very scary at times.
Yeah.
just being transparent. Like, so
you have a life that you are responsible.
Responsible for. You know, because I can remember when Candace called me and told me she might be pregnant with Cameron, I was like, I had to go for a walk. It was just like
another one.
I was like, wait, what? I was like, wait, whoa. I'm just not. Neither one of our children were playing at all, guys. But I love them too.
There wasn't in y'all's plans.
Facts. Wasn't. I could smack you because this man right here after that episode we did with me and my wife off air. This man was like, "Well, just go ahead and tell people what you said. Go ahead and tell me what you said, man." What you?
I said something else.
You did say something. You was like,
it was other stuff before that. I'm not gonna say that.
I see 4 of y'all.
Yeah, I said Williams. I heard the words Williams party of 4,
and I was like,
Both of y'all, you and Candace gave me the same look.
Hey, what? We were like, nah, not no time soon. Couple weeks after that,
he texted me.
She was already pregnant when we had that episode.
He texted me. He said, "I'm gonna fight you."
Fight you. I'm gonna fight you.
That joke was funny.
And here we are.
And me and my wife, we still talk about that.
I bet y'all do, man.
We was like, dang.
That joke was, but it's scary,
that was crazy,
man,
though, yeah. Because
especially during the pregnancy, there you can't really do anything.
Yeah.
You know, your wife's uncomfortable. There's this life growing inside of her. You know, men, we're natural Mr. Fix-Its.
Yeah.
Mr. Fix-It. So there's nothing you can do.
But you're there though.
But you're there. Like, and that's the one thing that you have to be is there. Even if you don't know how and what to do, be there.
So the National Academies of Sciences, Engineering, and Medicine.
Mm-hmm.
So it says when fathers are involved, especially during parenting education and support during pregnancy, it increases chances that children will achieve healthy developmental trajectories. Fathers that are engaged during pregnancy are more likely to be committed to both the child and the partner.
Boom.
It also says you have access to paid paternity leave is associated with greater engagement of fathers.
I got 12 weeks. 12 weeks. Paid. Let's go.
But I mean, I think the beautiful part that, you know what I'm saying, that you're there, you know what I'm saying? And of course, the child is growing inside the mother, so it already knows the mother's voice.
Yes. I mean, even the father. So when I get up to go to work, Cameron starts getting active. Carter did the same exact thing. So I slacked off on this, but the whole time Candace was pregnant, I would literally sit there and I would talk to Carter in the womb. I haven't done that much with Cameron. I need to do that more.
Oh, I already told Tell when she get pregnant.
Dude, I'm telling you, dude.
Every night I come home,
talk to the baby.
I'm laying on the belly.
Yes.
And me and the baby having this conversation.
He knows my voice because when I wake up in the morning, she starts to squirming. He's moving. He's moving around. Like I mean, like I said, like Carter, that's my shadow.
Mm-hmm.
Carter is my shadow.
This is facts.
Like she texts. I was at the house getting ready for podcast, and she was like, "What time are you leaving for podcast?" I said, "Well, I should be gone by 7:30." She's like, "Okay." I knew she was texting me so I could get out of the house before she got home with Carter, because if she pulls up to the house and I'm there and Carter knows that I'm getting ready to leave, he's gonna be right here on the podcast with us, guys. Right at the podcast.
That's ball game.
Facts. And, you know, Cameron's gonna be the same way. She's like, "Nah, Cameron's gonna be mine." I said, "All right, watch."
He just might.
He might. But we gonna see.
Yeah,
we gonna see. He's showing Carter activity right now. I get up in the morning, he's moving. You know. So yeah. But man, it's scary, dude. Like, just to know that there's getting ready to be another life life coming into the world that you're responsible for, but I know that God has prepared me for that and prepped me for that. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think that's one of the reasons why a lot of men don't take the responsibility because of that?
It's fear.
You know, I mean, that's
so. Think about it. We talk about cycles. If that guy's father wasn't there, he's more likely not going to be there either.
Yeah.
Why? Because he doesn't know what to do. So if I don't know what to do, I just give up and walk away.
Yeah.
My thing is, when that fear starts to creep in, how do you attack fear?
You got to approach it head on.
Okay. Now, if you don't know how to do something, how do you do it? I mean, how do you?
Most people gonna run.
Yeah. So exactly. If you don't know a math problem,
you're just not gonna do it.
Or you can do what?
Get help.
There you go. So, like I said, it takes a village.
Yep.
If I have never had a father in my life and I am getting ready to be a father, the best thing that I could possibly do is get a mentor. Now, granted, his experience in fatherhood is not going to be my experience in fatherhood, but I have an idea of what is getting ready to take place here.
And one thing I found just talking with older men, don't let me say older, but those who are more seasoned than I am, although their paths might be different,
a lot of similarities.
I see a whole lot of the same similarities. You know, just from hearing about, like my cousin, I work with him too. He was telling me about some of the stuff raising his son. I'm like, I dealt with some of the same stuff. I'm dealing with some of the same stuff with my son. Like, okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about now. So I can I can listen to him. I know, okay, I can probably take this, what he's saying, apply that to my son. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just from hearing their different stories and this, I was like, okay, I can take this from him, and apply it to these teachings that I'm giving to my son. And it's when you have a village around you, when I tell you, like, look, Pop, you listen to this? Can we start back up the men's Sunday school? Bro, when I tell you, we used to have Sunday school. When I tell you those men's sessions used to be so lit.
Yeah.
Bro, I absolutely, I love those men, getting together with those men.
Yeah.
Like, even like me growing up.
It's empowering.
I used to hang around a lot of older people.
Yeah.
I'm usually always the youngest person in a group. So I enjoy, like, sitting around the older people, listening to their wisdom. So I used to listen to Pop.
Bible says don't despise wisdom.
Yeah. I used to listen to Pop, Pastor Marcus, my cousin Steve, even some of the guys that's a little bit older than me around for the most part, me and the other cat, we usually the youngest ones in there. Like, just sit and listen to them. You know, just we talk about the word, we talk about life. To hear all that, I'm like, that has helped get me through so much. Even like little simple stuff that they say.
Yeah.
The little simple stuff, the little nuggets, those nuggets, what they might consider a nugget, might be that main thing you need to hear.
Yeah.
So when I tell you, like, fellas, if you hearing this, women, ladies, if you got a brother, you got a son, boyfriend or husband, y'all share this with them, you know, as an encouragement to them. Get around some men that, you know what I'm saying, they can talk to you about that. I mean, talk real to you.
Encourage you.
Yeah. You get that encouragement.
Imparting you.
If you need a good rebuke.
Too. You need it sometimes.
You know what I'm saying? As men, a man ain't gonna just come off and be disrespectful to you. You know what I'm saying? So even Torez gotta say something to me, he's still gonna come respectfully.
Right. So
you know what I'm saying? Even if you gotta have somebody set you straight, they still gonna come to you respectfully. But you know what I'm saying? I would definitely encourage y'all, you know, get around some men. If you scared, like we just talking about that fear of fatherhood, if you scared, I'm telling you, you get around some men that's gonna encourage you and that's gonna be there to help you as much as they can. Ain't nobody saying that they about to, you know, buy all the diapers.
No.
You gotta go. You gotta put your own. You gotta put your work in. Ain't nobody saying, "Oh, they about to pay all your mortgage and stuff for you."
No.
But we talking about giving you that wisdom or that push you need to keep going. I'm telling you, you getting around some strong men. of course, we're of the Christian belief, so I let it be some God fearing men. You know what I'm saying? But even not, another thing I found, just some of those old cats. Everything they said wasn't wasn't up to par.
Yeah.
But some of the old school cats, some of that old wisdom is still. What's the old saying? You gotta take in the meat and throw away the bones.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I just realized both of us got on blue shirts.
We do.
That was not planned, by the way.
At all. But yeah, I mean, like I said, that fear. But I sat back, just having a man and having a father figure in the household. I sat there, I'm like, man, because this dynamic is the same dynamic as yours. Mm-hmm. So this man literally took on the responsibility of 2 children.
Yeah.
Not his own.
Yep.
He taught me how to cut grass, taught me how to, responsibilities, all that. And I sat there and I was like, I got the blueprint. What am I scared for?
Yep.
Now, not saying that fear is gonna jump in there. Pray. Also seek wisdom.
Oh yeah.
That's how you attack that fear.
You got to.
If there's a question that you have, ask it. The stupidest question is the one you don't ask.
It's a group on Facebook. It's called Black Husbands.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on it. When I tell you some of the questions that them fellas, it's some of the dumbest stuff.
Mm-hmm.
When I tell you, it'd be so many men on there that comments and helps them out. Some on they be like, nah, okay, I'm not gonna say the words that they say. Y'all can just, y'all know. They be like, okay, bro, this is a stupid question, but here, this is what I would do. Yada yada yada. And there's so many dudes get on there. They're like, I've been looking for some type of an outlet or community of men that would tell me stuff like this.
Yeah, and we should be willing to ask those questions. We shouldn't fear shuts your mouth.
Yep.
Fear will shut your mouth.
Pride will too.
That too. And those are 2 things that you can attribute with men. Pride. And we have to be able to lay that down when we don't know something. Mm-hmm. Because when we don't know something, that's when we should really seek someone to help us out with that. So you have to let your pride down to let someone in to help you with something. Got to. Or you're going to fail.
Because if you keep doing it, now what if you have a son and he's watching you? Mm-hmm. So now you're producing, it's another cycle.
It's a cycle.
It's going to be another generation.
There it is.
The same. How about you be the curse breaker? How about you be the one that stops that?
Facts. Is also, too, if your dad wasn't there, be the one that changes that, like in your child's life. Yeah. Like, I know how it feels not to have my dad there. Why would I put my son through that?
Right.
Why would I put my daughter through that? Why would I do that? Like, that's not fair to him. It's not fair to her. It's not fair to them at all. So I need to do everything I need to do everything that I possibly can to be able to, one, not just be present, but be active and responsible.
Yeah, I think Pop says it. Not only am I present physically, but I'm also present in my attention. I'm being present with my attentiveness. Like, I'm not just there. You can be absent and be in the home.
Yeah.
So, and especially now with us, son, he's already a teenager. Daughter's getting there. And I was having, maybe I view it the wrong way. I don't know. Maybe somebody has a different perspective. But for me, with my daughter, I feel like my main duty in her life, of course, I'm working, me and my wife, we work together to raise her and our son. But I think as far as me, my main duty for her is, number one, model what it is to love God. Of course, with my son too, but for her, I'm teaching her how she's supposed to be treated.
There you go.
By any other man. I told her, I said, if that man does not treat you the way I treat your mama or better than I treat your mama, he's not going to cut it with me.
Be the bar.
With my son, I'm teaching you, how to be a man, how you supposed to treat a woman. We go through our little spells, but for the most part, I open the door for your mama, you open the door for your sister. You know what I'm saying? It's those type of things. When you start dating, open the door for that young lady. You need to be a gentleman. You go to someone older than you. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Yes, sir. No, sir. I don't do that. Yeah, no, we don't do that. So, you know what I'm saying? I feel like that's my duty in my kids' lives.
That's a father's duty in general, is to be the representation for your daughter, be the representation of what she should seek out. Be the representation of what your son should aim to be, if not better. You know what I'm saying? And that's the responsibility of a father, is you set the tone in both your child's lives, male or female.
And if we be honest with y'all, I have made quite a few mistakes.
That grace.
You're going to make mistakes. You're not going to get it perfect. But keep going.
Yeah, and teach your children about grace. Because you're gonna need it as well. You're gonna make mistakes. You want somebody to have that same grace that you want. You're gonna desire the same grace that you give.
Teach your kids to live by a standard.
Yes, and don't flex on that either. Yeah. Because like I was thinking, when she does start dating, if the man doesn't open the door, that's an X. It's an X mark right there. Like, okay. All, why doesn't he open the door?
If he don't come to me, nah, bro. I need to meet you.
Oh yeah.
Cause I already told her. I said, I call her little mama.
Gotcha.
I said, little mama, he better not be coming around me sagging.
Ooh, no.
His appearance is because she's starting to get older, so she's starting to like little boys. I'm like, okay. I about to say something else. I'm not gonna say that. So when that time comes, I said he needs to come to me. I said, let me see what he about.
Respectful. I mean, I think I think a father should do that. I mean, even with a son, I want to bring it here to your mama and myself. Yeah. Let's see what she about.
I even told my wife too. What I want to start doing is, maybe once or twice a month, just take my daughter on a date.
Yeah.
Just so I can show her how she's supposed to be. If somebody take you out, this is standard I want you to have.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Because if they make them work for you.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't make it easy on them. Because when a man sees a challenge, a man tries to master that challenge. And sometimes you fall short.
Yeah.
Sometimes you fall short. That's where the grace comes in. But there's certain things that certain standards that you should have a person should have personally, that they're like, look, if this doesn't happen, if you can't do this, deal breaker.
Yeah. What do you base your standards on? I mean, that's something you got to ask yourself. For me, this is one. That's
the supreme standard right there.
You know what I'm saying? The word of God is where I base my standard at. So me and my wife, we try to raise our kids based on the standards of this word. I mean, we talk about everything.
And speaking to, I don't have any daughters, of course. Well, I have a goddaughter. I do have a daughter. I have a daughter, so I do have a daughter. But the man should be the one that's pursuing you, not you pursue the man. Now, now that some people are like, that's old fashioned. You can show interest.
My wife showed no shot her shot.
Mine did too. What you talking about? Mine was all up in the DM, dog. Hey. But look, that's fine though. They showed interest,
right?
But once they showed interest, then you were like, okay, I can pursue. Yeah. It wasn't them constantly
being thirsty.
Hey, there you go. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's fine. You can show the interest. Now, once you show the interest, if he reacts, don't sit there and make a fool of yourself trying to chase after this man. He ain't paying you no attention.
Facts.
Some guys like that though, but that ain't no man. Man, like if he's interested, you pursue. Once you shown interest, pursue. If you're interested, if not, okay.
Yep.
Just say I'm not interested. But what was Ruth doing? Ruth was working.
Yep.
She was on her post. She was doing what she was supposed to be.
And she was working in Boaz's field too.
There you go. And he sitting up on the thing looking down. As she down there in the field, just
She a little cute. Hey, y'all leave a little extra right there on the field for her.
for her to take home to her mama. But she was working.
Yep.
She was working.
Boy,
she wasn't twerking.
Listen.
She was out here working. She was she was doing what she knew how to do.
Yep.
She did her job well, and he noticed that.
Bro, Pop did him. He taught him that one time. It straight blew everybody away.
Mm-hmm.
If he'll teach it again, I got recorded and try to send it to you. It was. What field are you in?
Mm-hmm. What field are you? What field are you in?
Consider that. So we just went from fatherhood to relationships.
That's part of fatherhood, though.
Well, I mean,
it's all ties in together.
Yeah,
it's all ties in together.
So,
but
I mean, being a father, it's a great responsibility. Mm-hmm. It's going to have its challenges, just like with anything.
It is.
Anything's going to have its challenges, but if
man up,
yeah, if we could, that's going to be the title of this. That's what we're going.
Yeah, it works.
Man up, a discussion on fatherhood. Yeah,
man up.
So I mean,
have a standard.
Please.
Have a standard.
If you don't have a standard, you can't uphold a standard for your children to follow.
You gotta have a standard for yourself because you can't hold your children up to a standard that you don't have.
It's like,
yes.
You know what I'm saying? I have certain convictions, and so I teach my kids about the same thing I have. And one of the main things I really try to teach them when they do something. Your kids gonna do stuff. They gonna do stupid stuff.
Yeah,
it's just
you did stupid stuff.
Yeah. Every time they do something, I always say, "Little mama, Demarion, what do I always tell y'all? Think before you speak. Okay? Did you really think about this?" And when I say think before you speak, the way I explain to them, not only what you say, but think before you do something.
Yes.
I say, okay, did you think before this happened? So I said, let's go back to the whole situation.
It's not being impulsive.
No, those are the type of things I try to teach them.
Mm-hmm.
If something going on at school, if a discussion is going on, I said, before you respond to it, consider everything that's going on in the conversation. Consider your surroundings. Before you put your input in, be mindful of what's going on. Those are things I try to teach them. Don't just go with anything. So that's just some of the stuff that I teach, but that's the things that I live by also.
Mm-hmm.
Have I hit that mark 100% of the time? No. I'm not expecting them to either.
But you're working towards it.
That's what we're working towards. Exactly.
Yeah.
So I mean, you got to have a standard in order for you to teach your kids to have a standard.
Mm-hmm. That's facts. And yeah, I mean, because I can't tell them. I can't. Yeah. Because you are the first representation of a standard that your children are going to see.
Yep.
And if they see that you ain't got no standard, and you trying to hold them to something that you're not trying to practice yourself,
your kids watch you.
Now, here's where you have to be transparent too. Let's say you made some mistakes when you were younger. Mm-hmm. Let that be known. I understand the repercussions from my actions.
Yep.
This is why I have a standard that is against that. So don't do that. The kids might be like, well, you did it when you, but but I'm also telling you what was the outcome of that.
Tell you the price I had to pay.
Do you want to say it has a price tag? Do you want to pay that price? Because it wasn't fun. You know what I'm saying?
When y'all get money now, you don't want to spend it. So
there you go.
I try to make that correlation right there.
That's it, man. That's it. And like with fatherhood, man, it's wonderful, man. It's a wonder. I text my buddy Ashley yesterday, first Father's Day.
Shout out to Ashley.
Shout out to Ashley, man. And I said, how's your first Father's Day, man? He said, special. And I was like, I know how it feels. How it feels, man. Kendall, I read his post, and
Shout out to KG.
Shout out to KG, man. Shout out to KG, man. And I got the same vibe.
Yeah.
Special day. You know, I love seeing men in general being present, being active, being fathers. But to see us, guys that look like us, out here killing it, being dope black dads, it's beautiful. Now, most of us, a lot of guys in our circles grew up with dads in their lives. Couple didn't, and they killing it too.
Yep.
That's the beautiful thing. It's aim to one, destroy cycles, create another cycle. When you plant a seed to being a present, active, responsible father, you start another cycle.
Yep.
The seed has to be planted for something to cultivate, another cycle starts.
Yep.
It's like pregnancy. The seed is planted, the cycle stops. Once the child is born, another cycle starts. Thank you, Pastor Trey. Thank you, Pastor Trey. But also, guys, it's a responsibility. Let's think about Joseph. My pastor preached on this Sunday. Think about Joseph.
Which Joseph?
Jesus.
Okay.
Joseph and Mary.
Jesus' stepdaddy.
Stepdaddy.
See, look at that.
Look at that. Exactly.
The savior of the world had a stepdaddy.
He understood the responsibility that was in the position of being a father, because there was someone out to kill Jesus as an infant. He wasn't even born yet. He was mandated with the responsibility. He accepted the responsibility. Now, he did wrestle with it before the angel. He did wrestle with it.
But the Bible said he could have put Mary away.
He could have. Because back then, yeah. Could have stoned her. Yeah, it could have stoned her. Yeah. But the angel gave him revelation of it. And he just, all right, yeah, I'm here. I'm here. What's up? What I need to do? They left. Was it Jerusalem? Where did they start at? Where did they start at?
Well, I think it was Bethlehem.
Bethlehem. Yeah, Bethlehem. Then they went to
they hid in Egypt.
In Egypt. And then once everything was,
which raises a whole nother question.
Hey,
we're not going there yet.
Listen here, folks. I got a whole hot take about that, but that's for another conversation. I'm putting the mic back on the stand, but I got a hot take on that.
Coming soon, High Definition Podcast. What skin was Jesus?
Oh, because if you hiding in Egypt, you can't hide if you stand out.
That statement can go quite a few directions.
It can. But if you blend in, you don't stand out. Cut. But Jay, he knew the mandate. He knew the responsibility.
Yeah.
He accepted responsibility, and just think about it. This man was there to help cultivate the savior of the world. That's a great responsibility, dog.
Great responsibility. You know somebody else who I think about who stepped into that role?
Mm-hmm.
You ever heard Shaq talk about his dad?
Mm-mm.
His dad was actually his stepdad.
Bet.
And he said the way his stepdad like really raised him,
Mm-hmm.
and like if you really hear him talk about it, like the respect and honor that he has for him, like that's the type of thing we're talking about. Like
it ain't by blood. It ain't always by blood. Ain't always.
I think if I ain't mistaken, Kev on stage. I think his dad is actually his stepdad, and he has a great admiration for him, just the way he came in.
I have great admiration for Roosevelt. It's a responsibility. You're built for it.
You are.
Step up to the challenge. If you don't know something, get help.
Listen, if you're a man and you watching this, you feel like you need some help, y'all can hit us up in our inbox.
Hit us up. We ain't got all the answers.
We don't.
But
we can offer you what wisdom we do have.
Yeah.
Or we can point you in the right direction.
Facts.
So I mean, y'all can hit us up. We on IG. We on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
You can hit me and Torez up individually.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I'm on Twitter.
Both of us.
Yeah.
Now, our Twitter might be a little
ratchet.
I ain't gonna lie. I'll say a little something on Twitter now. But if y'all need some encouragement, you want to ask us a question?
Yeah.
Hit us up.
Always,
hit us up in the inbox or the DM. Trust me, I won't turn you away.
Pray for you, man. I mean, we want to see fathers succeed at being fathers.
Yeah. If you just need some encouragement, we here for you.
Man. That's it, dog.
And that's for real.
Real. So, but it's all the guys out there that your fathers being active, you keep killing it. Love y'all, praying for y'all. Just be active, be present, be responsible. Because the next generation is in our hands. It's in our hands, man. And we're built for it. Yep, we built for this. We built for this. So, got anything else, man?
I think I'm good for right now.
Good too. I'm good.
Everybody, this is another episode of High Definition Podcast. This is Maurice.
I'm Torez.
And y'all remember to live life
from the highest definition.
We're going to catch y'all in the next one.